To browse org units within CloudM, navigate to the Directory menu and select org units. Here you'll be presented with a list of org units that have been synced from G Suite. If you were to click any of the org units, a menu on the right hand side appears. Let's select the root level OU. Within here you can see the members of the OU and some details that could be applied to profiles of the members within the OU. To edit these, there's an edit button where you can come in and make changes to those profile fields. We can take actions on the OU, so this might be things like hiding the OU, creating objects based on the OU's search query, or running bulk imports and exports. There's also the ability to move and rename the OU here. Under the configuration menu, you can set up email signature or offboarding policies, and as well configure profile fields. Within profile fields, you can choose what is inherited by profiles. This means if addresses is selected, any addresses we've applied at the OU level would also be applied to user profiles of those users that exist within that OU. In this case, addresses, phone numbers, web links are applied, but no extra information is seen or added to users' profiles. You can also set up predefined fields. Here you define a list of, for example, job titles, companies or departments. Then when you create users, or HR teams create users, they're simply selecting from a drop-down menu, choosing from these options, and it helps keep the search queries consistent when creating dynamic objects. There's also the ability within here to configure your predefined tags, and these tags are what we use to group users in different ways. They're essentially single values that can be applied to user profiles. In the display order section, here we configure how the different pieces of profile information are displayed. So for example, end date would appear at the top and photos would appear at the bottom. These can be reordered or hidden. So if you don't want to see the last login time in user profiles, simply uncheck the box. Let's cancel that and go back to the main menu. We looked at how you can browse users through the directory, then org units menu, but you can also browse a flat list of users in the users section. Here, new users can be created or edited. To edit a user, simply click the profile. A right-hand menu appears where you get a preview of their different profile fields. Some of these fields may be inherited from the OU that the user is a member of. You can also see which groups they're a member of and any contacts they might have. To edit the profile, simply click the edit button. This lets you change their profile fields. Let's click cancel. And we can also take actions on users. These actions are things like password updates, changing backup codes, moving their OU, or granting different delegate or calendar accesses. To create a new user, you can click the new user button up here, enter the details of the user, click next, select an org unit, add the user to any groups they should be a member of, set an offboarding date. This is the date the user profile will be offboarded based on the offboarding policy that's applied to this user, be it from an OU or a smart team. And then finally, you can enter user details. Like we looked at before, we provided a list of predefined fields, and now we're selecting from those predefined fields.